Hello, thank you for all joining me today. Soccer Holden 13 here with my Democratic primary prediction for the 2016 upcoming election for President of the United States. This video is going to be about who I think wins that Democratic nomination out of the candidates we have right now. So, let me just start by saying that you can rule out all candidates not named Bernie Sanders or Hillary Rodham Clinton. So, one of the other candidates that is somewhat notable, Martin O'Malley, he was a former governor of Maryland. You can rule him out. He did not do a good job of running Maryland. Nobody's going to trust him to run the country, I don't think, especially when you have Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton on that same Democratic ticket. I think they easily are going to blow him out of the water. All the other candidates don't seem to be getting the recognition, so it's really going to come down to Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Right now, Hillary Clinton is favored to win that nomination, but my prediction is actually that Bernie Sanders is going to ultimately win the nomination. I'm going to tell you why. I've seen tape on Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. I'm both familiar with some of their stances and how they talk, how they speak their mind. Hillary Clinton is not the best when it comes to defending herself when she gets criticized. And, there's several examples of this on YouTube you can find. One that comes to mind is Rand Paul. There's a video of him grilling her on Benghazi. Now, again, Benghazi is one of those things that Fox News really hyped that up. Most of the other news networks didn't pay too much attention to it. But Fox News, with its Republican bias, really pumped up that story to use it against Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. I think, if you analyze Hillary Clinton's role in that, really what it came down to is she didn't answer a phone call at like 2 a.m. So people criticize her for not doing her job. But ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, and not to downplay the lives that were lost in that event, but Benghazi, by all accounts, really was a small firefight. It ended up in a U.S. ambassador losing their life, but if you compare it to the fact of the Iraq War, what's going on in Afghanistan and those other countries where we have our troops there, we're losing troops every day. So Benghazi, by those accounts, is not any sort of special situation. At most, it was a minor failure on the part of Hillary Clinton and that Democratic administration under Barack Obama. But there's other people to blame as well for that. Apparently, one of the soldiers went against his orders to go in there and try to save that ambassador. So there's a lot of factors at play, and I don't think you can put all the blame on Hillary Clinton for what happened. But and nor do I think the event is a gigantic deal. Fox News tried to make it out like that was the biggest scandal in U.S. history, and it's just not even close. So, that's something that happened that she didn't defend herself very well on when she was grilled about it in Congress. And on top of that, I don't think she's a good debater. She lost the nomination to Barack Obama, back in that original election where Obama won over John McCain. If we all remember, Hillary Clinton came down to the final two when she lost to Obama. And I think some of that had to do with her debating skills. And I feel like when you contrast that with what Bernie Sanders brings to the table, this is a guy that, has very thought out plans of how he wants to fix the country and how he wants to change things. And he's very clear on that, where Hillary Clinton is more of a bland candidate that takes very safe positions on issues. And I just think in a debate situation, he's going to school her. He's going to, make her look not good. And then once that happens, I feel like as long as enough people watch the debates, they're going to see Bernie Sanders as the better candidate, and he's going to get the upset and win that nomination. That's what I believe. And, I can base that off of other evidence. And if you really look at the Maryland gubernatorial debates when it came down to Anthony Brown from the Democrats versus Larry Hogan of the Republicans, it was a situation where Larry Hogan won every debate easily. If you watch the debates, I don't see how you could have voted for Anthony Brown based on how he's responding to the questions and the criticisms. He just looked very bad. He looked like an even worse version of Martin O'Malley in those debates. Like, it was basically just, he didn't have any concrete ways that he was going to change things. It looked like he was just going to keep the status quo. And that's not what Marylanders wanted. And ultimately, Larry Hogan squeaked out a victory in that election, and we're talking about a state that's Democrat majority, and he pulled that out. And I think it came down to the debates. So I think that's where Bernie Sanders is going to edge out Hillary Clinton and win the Democratic nomination. Please leave your comments below and like the video. Be interested in continuing this conversation on who you think is ultimately going to win that nomination and who you want to win the nomination. Thank you. Bye.